The next piece to the Zhangzong posture is adding a different position for the arms. And this posture is called Wu Ji, and it means tree hugging pose. And we're taking that same idea of creating the loop circuit, creating this circuit, and we're putting the arms in positions that allow for that circuit to move through the body at different points in different loops. In Qigong, and you've heard this in some of the other videos. What's up, buddy? Love you! One of the homies. In Qigong, there's 3 major energy centers. There's the lower Dantian, the middle Dantian, and the upper Dantian. Again, you could think of this as the 3 snowballs for Frosty. Okay, we've got the first Dantian, also known as the cauldron. This is the first energy center that holds the reservoir that holds our primal life force energy, our creative life force energy, the Kundalini Shakti, the snake coiled at the base of the spine in yoga. That is the reservoir for that energy. The lower Dantian is this energy center down here, and it's between I believe it's 2 inches back from the navel. It's 2 to 3 fingers below the navel, and I believe 2 inches back from the navel inside the body is the actual origin point of the lower Dantian, the center point of the lower Dantian. As long as you're bringing your focus to this region between pubic line and belly button, you're bringing your awareness to that area of the lower Dantian. And then with practice over time, likely your own intuition will guide you to a more center point for that focus. For me, it's really right here. It's right at that point where the hip bones come in. So it's in that region, but that's where I bring my focus, is to right here. If you were to bring the thumbs together at the belly button and the pointer fingers together in the middle, if you were to put the thumbs right across the belly button and make a triangle, now my middle fingers are right at the base of my lingam and my thumbs are right at my belly button. So this point, that center point in between that triangle, that spade, is the lower Dantian. And so that is the first point where we'll create a loop and energy circuit with our arms. We'll be focusing on creating this kind of waist-like, this waist belt energy with the hands here in front of the first Dantian, the first energy center. The second major energy center is in this point here between the heart and the solar plexus. So again, it's right in this region here at the heart where the hands come together. It's that center point. Think Iron Man, where he's got that big circular light right there in his chest. This is something that I use as a visual analogy, that Iron Man light coming from the center point, like shooting a beam of light straight out from the center. I think that's a really powerful visualization, because that's literally what's happening. That's actually what's happening on an energetic level, is an energy channel that is sending and receiving light. And so our hands are known to be extensions of our heart, and really also our tongues and our lingams. If you move from the center point down and out, you come out the lingam. If you move up and out, you're coming out the eyes, the mouth, the nose, the crown. And if you come out to the left and to the right, you're creating that circuit from the hands. So you're creating, if you were to look at it as a circle, there's your 2 points there, and here's your 2 points here, creating these 2 loops. So you have a loop going this way, and then a loop going this way with the arms. That's the second point there. The third energy center is the point between the eyebrows. It's right in this area here, this region here, and typically you'll see this called the third eye in yoga, Ajna chakra, also the halo point that you'll see on saints. It's that center point of that circle is typically referenced as right here in the middle of the forehead, the pineal gland. It's this whole region right here. Those are the 3 energy centers, the major energy centers, the lower Dantians, as they're called in traditional Chinese medicine, in Qigong. And we're going to use our arms to hug a tree, if you essentially will. That circular loop we're creating and sending that electricity, that light, that Iron Man light, from hand to hand, from palm to ball. Okay, so that energy in the hands comes out here, in the lower center comes out here, and the second center here at the heart, and the third center here between the eyebrows. So for Wu Ji, we get into the same Zhangzong base, hip width, maybe a little bit wider, toes turned in, lateral borders of the feet are parallel. We bend the knees and the ankles, sink down in the hips, turn the tailbone in and forward as we pull up and back here, chin tucks slightly. Now we're in our vertical line. I've got my nice Zhangzong posture. And then Wu Ji, we hug the tree at each of the 3 energy centers. So the first center is the lower Dantian, that space between belly button and pubic line. And so we just hold our hands something like 6 inches to a foot outside of the belly there, where you're not like closed in and influencing your posture. But you're not way out here either, because that likely is going to influence the posture as well, round you out, and you're a little far away at that point to be right over this space. So it's somewhere here. And again, this is kind of like that salad bowl, that rice bowl analogy, where you're just, instead of holding your hands like so, like holding a bowl like this, we just turn our palms in more so now to where the energy circuit is being connected by our fingertips. Imagine there's just an imaginary bolt of lightning going from fingertip to fingertip, and the energy center of the palm is directed towards the lower Dantian on both sides. So I'm creating that triangular shape, but here in front. So my palms are pointed right towards it. I sink into Zhangzong, and I just hold my hands here and bring mental awareness as you're standing in this posture to those 3 energy points, the 2 palms and the lower Dantian. You may even be able to feel, just by holding this pose, you can tap your palms a couple times, tap your lower dantian and hold this position, you may even begin to feel that tingling sensation, almost like you can feel that electricity in the hands connecting to, and even more so, you may even be able to feel or see in your mind's eye that light literally moving from the hands into the lower dantian and from the dantian to the hands, so creating that circuit. So this is first position here. This is oftentimes you can open or close a class with Wu Ji, or if you're feeling like you've got some, reproductive issues, or you're sore or tight in this area, you're sending that focus, that attention, that mind energy to that area, which is going to upregulate your healing processes, recovery processes in that area. You're focusing more attention there, more energy is going to go there. So this is a great one for anything in this region, any issues that you're having here. This is really good for grounding and rooting into your bottom chakra, into your root chakra, into your base. So if you're feeling afraid, if you're having anxiety, fear, stress about the future, financial issues, anything related to survival, scarcity of food, you're not safe in the home that you live, anything related to that, any kind of violence or instability, this is a good posture to help you ground down. And you want to soften that belly. Let the belly go. Vulnerable, big Buddha belly, big soft baby belly. Just let it out. Okay, you can still find good posture in your spine and relax this belly. You can even encourage your belly to let go, some tapping. Let that belly relax in this Wu Ji position. The second position, same exact base. The only difference is we connect that circuit around the second dantian, the middle dantian, that heart line here. Now my arms are coming out and I'm still turning the palms towards that energy center. So I'm creating this triangulation here. Fingertips are merging at this point, this invisible point between my hands at the center point. My hands are sending that energy to the heart is sending that energy to the hands, that middle dantian. So we sink back down and we stay here. This one, you'll notice my elbows, I don't want my elbows straight out like this, but I don't want them into my sides here either. I want to have them a little bit more up, out this way, than I did in my base pose. Down here, the elbows are pretty much in against the sides, but not touching, just relaxed. Here, there is a little bit of an outward lift. What we don't want to do is use the shoulders and crank up here, bringing them up into the elbows, or up into the ears. So we want to drop the shoulders down and maintain more of a relaxed position here. Okay, notice my elbows are up, but I'm not cranking up here doing a lateral raise like in a gym. I'm relaxed, okay? I'm just slightly lifting. I'm just creating, as if, again, think about Wu Ji hugging the tree. Okay, I'm just wrapping my arms around the tree. Okay, this dantian is responsible for the emotional energies in relationships, relationship with self, relationship with others, relationship with nature, getting out and connecting to the sun, the solar plexus, the heart, opening the heart to the sun, the center area, chest up, proud chest, opening, receiving, bringing into the body, into the being, expressing yourself. I am here, standing, showing yourself. Pride, confidence, okay, assertion. These are those qualities of self. I am here, I'm an individual. I am one with source, but I am expressed as an individual here as source. The drop is also the ocean. You're the ocean in a drop, okay? So it's both, connecting to the heart, to the field, to the feeling of love and that creative life force that's in everything and around us that connects us to everything, but also standing in yourself, in your own identity as an individual. So you're opening up, proud and strong, standing tall, showing yourself to the world. Okay, if you're looking for cultivating those qualities, this is a good position to hold before and after class, just as something, just to spend some time here and feel the tingling in the hands eventually, maybe one day, maybe not today, where you can feel that energy in the hands, maybe even in the heart and the connection point between them. Still finding Zhang Zong, trying to keep that bend in the knees and the ankles, vertical line from the heels to the crown. And just holding that position. Number 3 is essentially creating the same circuit loop with the upper dantian, which is that point again here at the top. So this position, the vertical forearms allow your hands to get up higher without crunching your shoulders up into your ears. Because again, it's not a delt raise, it's not a lateral raise, but also we don't want the hands here at the side because I can't get my arms up enough. So it's bringing the arms up slightly and out slightly enough so I can get those palms to have the orientation pointing towards that third eye, towards the point between the brows. So you can play around here, depends on your limb length, it depends on the position that you're in. You can be a little bit more out, like we were in the first one, where the arms are longer, the elbows are straighter, and you're creating more of that circular loop by having your arms up. Just make sure that you're not contracting all of these muscles in the shoulder girdle and up in the neck. We want to keep the arms relaxed down and the chin pulled back. And so I typically, and as I was taught, a little bit more vertical forearm and a little bit more bend in the elbow, so your arms aren't out as far. It's more here. Okay, I'm still creating that contact point at the brow and between the hands, but I'm not engaging my shoulders a bunch and shrugging up into my ears. Okay, so I'm dropped down here. Again, you'll have to play with this, but once you find your position, you can just start to accumulate some time here. This upper center is more related to speech, expression, creativity in a physical manifestation sense of what you're actually doing, your work in the world, the projects you're working on, what you're creating, the service that you're providing, the charities or contributions or initiatives that you are supporting or participating in. It's also about your mental clarity and your direction in life, where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be as that expression of source, your own individual aspect of the soul. What do you want to do in this lifetime, in your human experience? Getting clear in the mind's eye. If you're struggling with the path that you want to take, you don't know what job to take, or you want to get clear about a relationship or a potential relationship with someone, just bringing your attention to still the lake of your mind and remove the ripples on the surface so you can drop in deeper to that contemplative state is going to help you relax and find clarity. So you're just relaxing your forehead, relaxing the wrinkles between the eyebrows and the scalp line, and you're just bringing attention and energy here, softening, relaxing, so that you can become clear about your mind, about what you want in your life. So we've got lower dantian, safety and stability, groundedness. Heart, second dantian, expression of self and connection to your environment, to your creator. And then the upper dantian, connection to your journey, your path, to the vibrational space, to the astral space, to your imagination. As we talked about, one of the 4 qualities for your visualization meditation is creative imagination. That's a big area to unlock, is the imagination. Bringing attention to this space will help you to do that. So in a practice, you could do all 3. You can start for 1 or 2 minutes, lower, middle, and upper, or you can bring the energy back down, say after a practice, start at the upper, the middle, and finish at the lower. So you're grounding the energy back down into your body and into the earth after your session, after your practice, going back to that down regulation of the nervous system, bringing everything back down into your center, into your base at the end. So that's Wu Ji posture and the 3 different hand positions that you can do for whatever your intention is. And it's a great thing to start in class. Start here and bring the energy up, and then after class, bring the energy down and down. And that's what we'll talk about in the next video, as we bring in using the breath to move the energy in the body, and then starting to actually move the body with the breath and with that energy.